everyone here, we go partying.
Yeah.
No one gets there. Okay, a rave that's 10 till 3. What time are you getting there?
1 o'clock.
What time are you getting there?
12:30.
Yeah,
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, we really,
So
2 hours.
it's been open
basically.
since 10. The bar's chilling,
It
bro.
only works on black raves though. White raves, they'll be
White
there.
raves, they're open at 6, bro.
Well, I guess as a promoter,
Shut off
don't
the
you
work.
put things in place like saying the doors close at a certain time to show everyone gets in so that you can get the spend?
I mean, you do that, but it doesn't really work. The one that works the most, I guess, is I don't think people do it anymore, but like ladies free before a certain time, that used to bang.
Yeah.
But then what you find is once the ladies are in, there ain't no one buying no drink.
Yeah, because
they're waiting for them.
Do you know, I've never done an event where
They're
ladies
waiting
are
for
free.
them.
I've never done an
No,
event.
okay. See, I used to roll with
I've never done it.
Napa,
Yeah.
big naps.
Yeah, I
Scott.
used to do raves with him.
I think he
back in the
started
day.
it. I think he started it, and I've seen it, bro. The queue is 200 strong, moving mad slow, like one person every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Soon as it hits 11,
Yeah.
£20 on the door.
Girls scatter.
Yeah.
like roaches.
Hey!
I've seen it. I've seen it.
All of a sudden, there's no one in the queue.
What was that place across from Chinatown?
Oh, there's so many in
we used to-
Central,
yeah,
man.
we used to-
The best one I saw it at is Departure Lounge
Yeah,
and Alto.
yeah.
It's called Cirque du Soir now. It's La Soirée,
Yeah.
it's called. Bro, they used to do ladies free before 10:30.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see the queue
Yeah.
from like 9.
9
People are
o'clock.
finishing
Yeah.
work in Carnaby Street.
Yeah.
You're seeing the queue line. You're like, right, you're seeing sweet ones.
Yeah. They're making sure they're getting in for free.
They're not getting in though.
But yeah, let's go back to the maths story. So £1,000 you spent, £500 on the DJs.
that's a
Let's say
bad
you've got a
five.
little internet flyer that you've got to do, maybe what, 30, 40 quid for the internet flyer?
Yeah. So
so
you're looking at $1,000. Let's say $1,600 all in.
All in.
Because what else am I paying for? I'm not doing Facebook marketing.
Photograph, like a photographer? No?
Do you know what? Depending on your source, some of them you can get for free. But my photographer usually charges like 200, 250 now. But I wouldn't get him for that kind of night. That's too expensive.
So you wouldn't get a photographer at all then?
Depends on what night it is. If it's my birthday, I'll probably just get a photo booth.
Okay, so let's just say the night's costing you maybe what, 1,700 all in. As if
a lot, you know.
you don't hit your bar spend. Because remember, you've only the £1,000 you're getting back, isn't it?
Yeah, so technically I'm looking at it as
700 then.
yeah
700.
and then I'm charging.
How much for tickets for this event that you're
What
doing?
in this current climate?
Yeah,
You start off at like 10,
10.
get people's interest.
10, so hold on. So that's 200. Let's call it.
So let's put 50 at £10.
Okay, so 50 at £10, that's 500.
Then I put another 50. No, sorry, I'm lying. 20 at £10.
It wasn't fake early birds. Hey guys, early birds, you can sold out, man. Be quick. Super early bird. You got super early bird,
And then
early bird, then bird.
Yeah, trust me. Then standard, and then it will last minute release. But that's if you have a demand in it. Sometimes your demand is high.
Okay.
So you can push
So
up.
you got 10 at £20,
10 at wait, no, I never said 10 at £20. I said 20.
20 at.
20 at £10.
Okay, so that's £200.
Yeah, and then 30 at £12.50 maybe.
I don't know the maths for that, but let's call it 400.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the rest at 15.
15. So the majority would be 15. So let's say you get. Would you anticipate to sell out with 200 people easy? For your brand, I'm sure 200 people is easy.
Yeah. I wouldn't even. I can't lie to you. At this stage I'm at now, I wouldn't even. I wouldn't do £15 tickets for a 200 capacity venue.
But you do £20 straight.
Yeah, I just jumped to 20.
So that would be 20 times 200. So that would be literally 4K minus your £700. So you'd be looking to walk away with £3,300.
Yeah, I'm not complaining for a 1 day, 8 till 1. That's a decent.
And what would you say is what is the biggest loss you've made in an event? What's your biggest loss? Let's do, because what is people will see because one thing people will see your slow jams on R&B event, for instance. I remember when you first started it in that place, just in City, you started it.
That's not where I started it.
No,
I started at Trent Park.
was it the first one, Trent Park?
First one was in Trent Park, yeah. And the first one was meaty. No, not meaty as in like.
Is it Trent Park?
vibes.
Because I saw you put it on your story saying you wanted to do something, and you did it in that place. It's got like a pool table and that. Remember the place in?
Pool table.
Remember that place? Where,
Oh no. So, okay.
Sink.
No. Yeah. No.
Was that the first
okay,
place you
no.
done it?
So what that was? Okay, let me explain. So what that was just an R&B night. But remember, when I had my bar, I was trying to schedule R&B Thursdays.
Okay.
So that was the idea behind that. Let me build an R&B night on a Thursday. So when I open the bar, it just slots in.
Okay.
So I started in sync. That wasn't me and Chucky's though. That was me independent,
Oh,
faded
so,
R&B.
so you say that's separate to now what you're doing now then?
Yeah, that was separate. That was because of the bar. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do R&B Thursdays and then in-house Fridays, in-house Saturdays, and then you and Marv were
then I
going
was
to take
gonna do
Amapiano Sundays.
Okay.
So that was supposed to be the schedule for the bar.
So the launch of the slow jams.
The
and
actual
R&B,
launch of me and Chucky was around September, October in Trent Park 2021. And
Okay.
it was
2021.
Yeah, it was during that phase where it was still lockdown, wasn't lockdown. So we just invited all of our friends. And you know how in Trent Park you have the inside bit, bruv. You know when you move the sofas to try and make the venue look
Yeah.
smaller than it is? Yeah, we didn't sell
How
out.
many people would you say you got there?
There was about 200 in there.
200. And what was the bar spend for that event?
I don't think we had a bar spend because it was during lockdown. They just wanted the custom.
Okay.
They were
And
cool.
what is the biggest loss you've made from an event?
It varies.
And when I mean biggest loss, I don't mean loss where I'm talking about the biggest amount that you've
Yeah.
lost from one event.
But that's what I'm saying. As in money wise.
Yeah.
I think the stupid one was. I don't want to get this figure wrong. I think it's between 5 and 10K, and we didn't even do the event. It was to secure a venue.
Okay.
Went to go see the venue, read the clause in the venue, and said, "Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Can you change this?" No. What do you mean you can't change it? Can't change it. Okay, all right, cool. Can we get our money back? No.
So what was the clause in the actual?
But we wanted to do like a takeover of Butlins.
Okay.
And then they wanted to charge, I think, 10 or 20 pounds per customer for bed linen. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can go on Amazon and get it for like £4 or £5. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, if you want to go ahead with the event, you have to get your bed linen from us. The venue held about 1,000, 1,500. So let's say 1,000 people wanted to sleep there. Each person would have to pay £20 on check-in. So you're making 20 bags on bed linen.
Jesus Christ.
On bed linen that we can get cheaper. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. They were not budging, bro. So like, cool, forget it. Forgetting that we've already sent the 5K deposit for the venue.
Yeah.
So when we tried to go back to London, because the venue was in like Liverpool, we went back to London and we're like, oh, hold on, can we get our deposit back? Then we viewed the venue. They're like,
Yeah.
nah, it's non-refundable. You either have to go ahead with the.
And
event.
did you sign the contract where it stated that it was
but,
a non
but there was a middleman, and he was the one that kind of didn't read that part. Because Matthew, you lot know Matthew.
Yeah, he does
Matthew
due
would have read that
diligence.
before we went there, but we
Yeah.
couldn't do that because it was taken away from us by
Okay.
the.
And what is the biggest loss for an event that actually went ahead?
I don't think I've lost a big amount of money like that because.
You don't want to catch my L.
Nah, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is though? No.
So basically, most of the events
I
that you've
still feel
done.
that in my sleep, you know. Things like,
You took-
I'm in a sleep.
He's talking about Watford.
Twitching. Nah. Flipping
Some
during
of-
lockdown.
Yeah, wasn't it Watford?
No, the one in by Thingy, Old Kent Road. 1,800 people turned up where I had to drive away quietly.
Oh, Kent Road.
Yeah. Do you remember the one he was doing where the police all turned up?
Yeah, someone phoned the police.
Oh, no, I thought you was talking about the one where you had to get the tent because you thought it was going to rain and it didn't rain.
Oh yeah, no, that L was.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious, man.
taking
You know, I'm thinking
Bro.
some L's.
That was hilarious
Brother.
though, because he's in the group like, should I get it? Should I not? Should I get it? I'm like,
That L cost
nah,
me.
get it.
That
Got
cost
it.
me
No
9 bags.
rain.
So,
Yeah.
The year before, I took a 50 something bag loss. I took a 9 bag loss.
Nah, that 50 something bag loss is
That
mad.
is
I
pain.
think some L still.
Man, there's L still.
Up, no, you know.
That is pain.
Fuck my life.
I ain't
So
really
you
taking a big
said that most of the, because you've done events for 10 years, you're saying
11 years.
11 years. You're saying successfully during this 10-year period, you can say that with all the events that you've done, that you can think of, you've done your due diligence enough that
Hey,
even
where's
if you're
Donald?
just broken even, that you've not actually taken like a.
Yeah, I ain't taking no big loss like in regards to like that. Like the big losses I've taken in the thousands, I've been because of stupid stuff like a venue's rushing us down to pay the higher fee. We just send the higher fee. Go check out the venue.
You don't like it, basically.
Don't get the higher fee back.
Okay.
Like there was one time when we wanted to take one guy to court because he was pushing for us to pay the higher fee, talking about I penciled it in with other people, they're ready to pay. We were like, alright, cool, this is a Halloween event in a space in East. Venue was 1,600. We were going to do like coaches and all of that stuff. Gone to see the venue, made sense. I think it was dry hire as well. We was going to eat that day.
Yeah.
Sent the 5K. All of a sudden, we have a good friend of ours that's a part of the big boys in Shoreditch.
Yeah.
You know, you send him a message, he lets you know, yo, listen, there was a hearing today in court, and that venue you lot are talking about,
Yeah.
It's gone.
they're losing their license.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're like, how's he accepting higher fees then? Right, he's probably trying to cash up.
Yeah.
So we messaging man as if we don't know. Like, oh, by the way, you know what? We've had a change of heart. We don't really want to go ahead with the event.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, his lawyers replying. Brother, what's
Lawyers. to emails.
Bro, lawyers getting bare aggy in the emails and that. We're like, nah, this guy's trying to gin us, man.
Trying to.
Didn't get it, bro.
He ginned.
Yeah, we didn't get it back. Told us he lost the license. That they never had the license. You know, like when you apply for a TENS.
Yeah.
And the venue convinces you that, we'll come through by the 31st. We're like, bro, we have to promote the event.
Yeah.
I can't just wait for you to call me on the 29th and be like, oh yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
For those who don't know, what is a TENS, sorry?
Our temporary event notice, and some venues need it in order to close later. And I think you get 10 a year?
Yeah, I think close to that. A bit
10
more
a year.
than that,
So some venues like to use it, and it works for 24 hours. So let's say you have an event on a Saturday and it starts at 10 till 4 a.m. If it's on a bank holiday, it could extend to the Sunday, because a lot of venues don't close late on Sundays. I don't know if you lot have realised that.
Yeah.
They usually close around 1, latest 2. But you can get an extension where you can close at 4 or 5 because it's a bank holiday.
Yeah.
It's on a Sunday. So what a lot of venues do is they apply for a TENS on a weekend, and I think they apply for it to start on either the Saturday or the Sunday. So when it's the bank holiday, it can fall into the Monday, and then the Monday they can close late as well. So they get custom on a Saturday, custom on a Sunday, and then custom on a Monday.